2,000 subscribers. We did it, everybody. We hit another big milestone for the channel, 2,000 subscribers, and that's pretty cool. And I'm pretty surprised because I haven't uploaded a whole ton of videos lately because I've been so busy shipping my Kickstarter. So let's talk about that for a second. First, let me just thank each and every one of you for always commenting and liking the videos and subscribing to the channel and just supporting the ideas I come up with in general, like especially the Kickstarters. They've been very, very successful, changed my whole life, and YouTube here has been a part of that. And I think it's because of the support and community we have with each other that something like that could exist. So once again, thank you so much. Second thing, I'm very close to being monetized, which is interesting. You only need 1,000 subscribers and 4,000 hours of watch time within the previous year, but that 4,000 hours of watch time I never was quite getting to. I'd always float around 35 to 3,800. So recently, I think some of my videos have picked up a bit on the algorithm. Please hit like. If you watch a video, just hit the thumbs up. It doesn't take you any effort or it doesn't cost you anything. Just hit a thumbs up on the videos when you watch them because it helps YouTube suggest them to other people that might like the channel. And so I'm actually pretty close to the 4,000 hours of watch time, which means maybe someday we'll start seeing little ads before the videos go. So that's cool. And I'll start earning just a little bit of money from the videos until the channel hits 1 million subs. I'm just kidding. It's not going to hit 1 million, but who knows? So I want to thank you on that. Another update, I haven't been streaming as much because my camera, the threading on it, I guess from transferring it from that tripod to that magic arm from these videos to the stream videos, just destroyed the threading on the plastic at the bottom of the Logitech webcam I got. And now it doesn't screw on to either thing, right? So it's literally on the tripod now, stuck on a big ball of poster tack, because as a model builder and model painter, that's all I know. If something's broken, can I just shove some poster tack on it, and if it kind of fixes it, then it's good enough, I guess. So I've also done a stream where I did the Gaslands car, and I did it on the magic arm shoved on a pile of poster tack, which was fine, but a few days later while I'm laying in bed, I just hear it crash onto the desk. And luckily nothing broke, and I plan on doing more streams with that method of just smashing it on poster tack. But I'll probably either have to take it off if it doesn't feel like maybe it's going to be secure, maybe change the angle of the camera so it's not so much weight tipping forward, or at least at the very, very least make sure I don't have any models that I'm working on underneath where it's going to fall. And maybe just let it eventually fall over and over again until it breaks. All good options, really. We are doing great here. Another update, the Kickstarter, I'm in the final stretch of shipping the pledge levels. Of course, that sounds great, but this last pledge level that I need to ship is almost like half of the total boxes I need to get shipped out. Luckily, I've had some friends come over, and I've been paying them to help me, and it has increased production or whatever, output, work getting done, like tenfold. So that's been a really, really big help. Totally worth the money. My fault 100% for not just hiring people, friends, sooner to help. I don't know. There's a little bit of ego or pride when you make something that I guess is successful. It probably happens if you have a successful business or YouTube channel or whatever. There's a little bit of pride or ego that comes into doing it all yourself. You just have this, like, when I finished shipping the first Kickstarter, I checked every single paintbrush. I packed every single box. I taped every single box. I shipped every single box. I printed every label, blah, 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 blah. I inspected every single miniature that I shipped out, everything, right? Everything I did. And I was doing that on this one, and I've done it for months and months and months, but it was so much bigger, and the time was just ticking away, and dawned on me that this was not going to get done in any reasonable amount of time. So I'm still checking every single brush myself because I need to make sure you guys get a quality product, because I want you to be happy and support me in 2021 for the next Kickstarter. And so I'm going to make sure the brushes are good, but it definitely has been a huge help that while I'm checking the brushes, I can have a buddy taping boxes or packing boxes or cutting strips of bubble wrap to wrap brushes, things like that. Tasks that take so much time. You don't realize it, but it's like, oh, let me tape some boxes, and 2 hours go by and you've only taped maybe 100 boxes or whatever, right? And then you're like, oh, I got to do 2,250 more, whatever it is, right? Or 3,200 and something more. It's a lot. And so hiring the help has been a big, big improvement in getting things shipped out. We will be doing a 2,000 subscriber giveaway. It's going to be pretty big. Thinking if I can track it down in my house somewhere, I have a little, I don't even want to spoil it. If I can track it down, it'll be a really nice giveaway worth roughly like maybe $100. So be a super cool one for you guys to check out. And that's about it. So I'm going to try to keep making some videos. I really, really, really need to be painting more. But like I said, I've just been working so hard on getting all those boxes shipped out. And I don't know about you, but like when you sit, I basically have a chair similar to this over there that I sit in when I'm doing all my shipping stuff. And when I sit in that for all day and night, like I don't want to then move over there to over here and sit here for another 4 hours and paint models. It's just, your body hurts. Like you're just sitting with your neck over. This is what I'm doing all day. See that? See my neck? Are they good? Right? So that kind of made it sore right there. But anyway, I'm doing that all day, checking paintbrushes. And then I'm standing up, taping boxes, cutting things, stuff like that. Just isn't, and it's straining, right? I'm inspecting teeny tiny little paintbrushes for wild hairs and stuff. And then you want to come work on one of your miniatures. And let's see if no, I don't have the good lighting for it. But, you're working on your miniature and your eyes, your neck, your back, everything's just worn out from 10, 12 hours of doing that. It's hard to come over here and paint, honestly. Luckily, Wednesday nights, been going over to a buddy's house and getting some painting done there and occasionally getting a little bit done here. So that's where I'm at on painting. The future of my hobby projects, I have finally finished building 20 Eldar Guardians. No, 40 Eldar Guardians. I have been working on an Eldar army, but I haven't done a whole bunch, so I think I'm going to somewhat batch paint 40 Eldar Guardians and 4 heavy support platforms at the same time. And by that I mean I'm going to get them roughly airbrushed in and washed all together, and then I'll probably just pull out maybe 5 at a time and try to finish them up. And that'll end up giving me 40 Guardians, then I'll have 10 Dire Avengers and 10 Swooping Hawks finished, and I got 3 Warwalkers almost done. And that's going to be a pretty good start. I know this is a long one, but whatever. This is a 2,000 subscriber video. This is a long one. If you've stuck around to get me to 2,000 subs, you might as well listen to me ramble for a second. I'm still not super hyped on 9th edition 40K at all. I have a hard time listening to anybody's podcasts about it. I have a hard time even clicking, and I haven't really at all, anybody's battle reports. Just don't care. To me, the game isn't even out yet. Like, for one, I can't play. There's nowhere around me I can really play. For two codexes for 9th edition? Nah. It's not out yet. Maybe when 6, 8, 10 books are out, then we'll talk about how the game is. Like, people are doing podcasts on, like, specifically I just saw one the other day. It was like, how to win with Eldar, 40K podcast. And I was like, who cares? Part of me, of course, I can't play, so I don't care. But also, why would I care how to win with an 8th edition book in 9th edition? It just don't care at all. Of course, if you're playing, that probably doesn't, you don't relate to that. But I sold all my 8th edition books. I'm not even interested at all in playing 9th edition with an old codex. And I told everybody to sell theirs too. And, I got about $20 a book. So the maybe $200-$300 from all the different armies I've collected in books that I got back before 9th edition, I think it was a good deal. Get rid of them now to people who maybe are getting a chance to play. But for somebody like me who's not, I don't care, right? They're all gone. I'll play when AdMech or Eldar, I've mentioned this before, get their new codex. Future projects, I have been eyeballing the Sons of Bahamut, Age of Sigmar. I still think Age of Sigmar is a terrible game. Just really, really bad. I don't understand why people like it, but I do like watching podcasts about it because I'm trying to understand why I don't like it, but other people do, and I want to like it. And the big giants, they look so fun, and at least at the very least, it looks like a fun army with just a few models, and you could just play, and maybe you'll have a good time. And because I made that wonderful video, which a bunch of people disliked, even though I saved them fucking $500, there's so many cheap options for giants. Giants are not an original concept or an original idea in any sense from Games Workshop. So simply buying other companies' giants saves you a ton of money. So I have a whole Sons of Bahamut giant army with various little like Reaper Bones giants, and right, you can't really see him. I've worked on him a little bit with contrast paint. So yeah, he's a little small for a Gale Guzzler, but once he's on his, big base, built up with some cork and mud, he gets relatively big enough. And let's see him compared to, here he is compared to like a goblin shaman. He's pretty big. He's big enough to be a giant. So he's $10 or $12, right? I have like 9 of them like that. All 9 of them different sculpts. I got this big boy. They're all going to be frost giants. He's an actual fire giant from Reaper Bones. Put him up on a big base. And this one's really going to be fun to paint. Whiz Kids, $15 on a big base. Giant King Kong gorilla. So he's going to be like a white frost ape yeti. So there'll be one of them. There might be 2 of them in the army. I think I might only have 8 little giants. And then I bought the Mantic big giant for $50 on eBay. Mantic giant, $50. Actually taller than the new GW ones. So that'll give me basically the Stomper tribe. 1 War Stomper from Mantic is the big guy, 9 various smaller giants, and that'll be probably the first army I try. And it's really low risk for me because I can paint those models and sell them for a profit. Not maybe a good hourly wage, but for a profit. So buying $12 Reaper Bones giants, if I end up selling them for $50, $75, 80, 90, 100, depending on how good they come out on eBay, who cares if I don't end up loving the army to play? It's just whatever. But I'd probably like to give it a try and maybe play it a little bit. And of course, that falls back on when the game store is going to open up around me so I can even play at all. So we'll see. So that's just a slow burn project. I'm going to paint up some big giants. Kind of just build this giant army in the background, basically, of my other stuff and see what happens. Maybe I'll enjoy it. And the best thing, the Sons of Bahamut book seems really, really bad when you watch, like, actual people who, I guess, competitive players for Age of Sigmar or whatever. Everybody's laughing about how bad the rules are. The only people I've seen who are saying their books are good were play testers who are obviously paid by GW to have to say it's good. But Vince Ventrella over on Warhammer Community made a wonderful, wonderful point. The army exists now. So even if the army sucks, and this new book that they just came out with sucks, it doesn't matter because the army exists in Age of Sigmar, which means it'll get, new updates and battalions from maybe White Dwarfs or General's Handbooks or supplemental type books. It'll eventually get a second edition of its book. They'll get updated, right? The Army's out in the wild, basically. So even if this first go-around isn't good, maybe one day it'll be really good, or really even more fun to play, more competitive, that like you can actually have a great game with more people instead of a lot of armies just flattening them very, very easily. And I think people are specifically not making battle reports on that because it would be so boring to watch this army get killed very easily by like powerful shooting, powerful magic, combination of powerful magic and shooting, just blender melee battle line units that do way more damage than these guys can really take. So, but that being said, I'm not a professional Age of Sigmar player. I haven't played in a while, so maybe they're better than I think of my first impression. And then I think that is about it. We've been going for about like a 16-minute ramble here. Trying to think of anything else I need to discuss with you guys. That's about it. I'm going to be working on the Eldar, having some good times painting some little Reaper Bones giants, shipping the Kickstarter, and hopefully making more videos until my camera falls to its death from the poster tag. So once again, please thumbs up this video. Thanks again for watching and subscribing. Look for that giveaway video coming soon. Please subscribe. If you see this video, you better subscribe because that giveaway is going to be awesome. I promise. So hopefully a deserving, wonderful person wins, and that video will come up soon. I just got to find this specific thing I want to give away. So hopefully we're all having a good time. And I've really been enjoying watching all your guys' content and stuff, although in the last couple months I have watched a lot of comic book content. Just it was refreshing to check out something new on YouTube. I never watched anybody talk about comics on YouTube, but if you watch my previous video, I have been buying comics for a couple months and checking out that hobby a little bit, and it's been pretty fun reading the little books and cool stories and finding some hidden gems or whatever. Not doing it from like an investment point or nothing, but it's been fun. So I guess that's it. I'll talk to you guys soon. Thank you so much for watching. Please subscribe, like the video, and see you in the next one.